All right, we're going to finish off here with some powerful shortcuts. Allowing to select text, you can obviously go across text, but if you are typing, if you hold shift with an arrow, it lets you highlight text. If you do shift with a control, not only will it do one letter at a time, but instead it'll actually do one like block of word at a time. So you can see it kind of hops to the next space or to the next word basically with control, so you can quickly highlight a lot more words more quickly with the shift or control shift. So basically what I can do is highlight something, control C it, and I'm just going to open a new tab so I don't lose my place here in this presentation. But if I did control L right now, it would put me up into the Omnibox, and then I could just paste in what I had copied real quickly. So again, I can highlight something. I'll just do search in Google here. Oops, missed that whole thing. And I can copy, Control L, paste, and that puts what I copied into the Omnibox for a quick search. But again, I don't want to lose my presentation. So if I highlight that, Control C, Control T, Control V, enter, and now I can quickly search for that word on the internet pretty quickly. This is also pretty nice too. A lot of people complain because Gmail, you really can't make a really nice email looking thing. But what you can do is just work in Google Docs. For instance, here's a table. I can do Control A, Control C, go back over to Gmail, C to compose. I can click and paste that table right in. So you can make a fancy looking email if you like in Google Docs. Control A, copy it, go to Gmail, and then paste it in. So you just get a nicer looking email to send out to someone if you needed to make it look nicer. The other one is Chromebook's position here is Alt left. It makes a smaller window there. And then if I do Control N, it makes a new split screen basically for me. So again, that's pretty quick and easy to do. With a Chromebook, you do Alt left bracket, pushes the window to the left. Control N opens a new window, and then you can go off and work. A lot of times you might need to be on different parts of a spreadsheet or different parts of a document that is a long document or even a very long presentation. Well, what you can do is basically get up into the toolbar, or excuse me, the Omnibox with Control L. It highlights that whole link, copy it, Control T, and now I have that presentation open in two different windows. And again, I can do the Alt right arrow, pull this one out, Alt left arrow. And now I can basically work on this presentation by referring to it in another window at the same time. Just put that back in there. I'm not going to cover all the ones in Google Docs because you're going to have to do a performance task for this one. So there's Control A, select all, Control Z, Control Alt M. This adds a comment, which is really nice. So when I highlight something in a Google Doc or a presentation or drawing, if I do Control Alt M, it pops up this little box over here. A lot of people don't know you can also do a plus, for instance, Amy Flannery, and then I can write her a little note. And then if I do hit comment, that'll actually send her a direct email, bringing her to this slideshow to this comment. So I can basically assign this to her. Assigning really just gives it a checkbox, or just comment, and it'll send her a notification that I made a comment and I plus commented her in there, so I know that she knows I'm trying to get her to do something or pay attention to something in a document or a presentation or something like that. Also, you can, Control Z, triple click, Control Shift E, center line something, Control Shift L, left aligns it. Sometimes the left align though doesn't work so well. You just have to come up here. That shortcut for some reason doesn't always work, but Control Shift E does. And then if I do a backspace, I can get rid of it. Or I can do Control Shift R, and that right aligns things. So E and R, E and R, and then L. But again, sometimes L doesn't like it, so you just have to delete them. In a Chromebook too, you may notice there is no delete key, but if you hit Alt, it will delete a word. Really nice tool too, you may want to know, is instead of deleting, so many times to delete stuff, I can actually just hold Control and backspace, and it deletes one word at a time, which can make you a heck of a lot more efficient when you're writing something. Control Shift V. If let's, for instance, let's just change this into coming soon. So basically change the font. If I cut this out and when I paste it in, it doesn't match the font that's there. But if I do a Control Shift V, it'll match the same font type and color and everything like that. So it pastes without formatting. So it allows you to basically bring stuff in from other areas and paste it in here. So for instance, if I grab this text here and copied it and went in here to paste it, it's going to be a totally different font, as you noticed. But if I do Control Shift V, it's going to maintain the same font that was already there. That's pasting without the formatting. If you do Control with the arrow, it hops words so you can move around quickly from paragraph to paragraph. Holding Control and Shift, you can highlight words at a time too as well. There's some other ways to highlight words. That's what I was just talking about. Control Shift L, Control Shift R. That allows you to highlight one word at a time and move quickly across something. Or Control Shift and down. Alt Shift 5 strikes through things. And Alt Shift 5 again turns off the striking through. And a lot of times I use this one too, is you can do Control Shift and the less than or greater than symbol to increase the font or decrease the font. So again, instead of having to go all the way up here and then change the font size here, you can just do a Control, and this one is a little bit bigger, Control Shift, arrow key, increases the font. Also, if you do Control question mark in any Google document, Google presentation, it gives you the shortcut keys that are available for that particular tool. Also, double-clicking the page breaks gets rid of them. The plus comment I talked about. That's probably pretty good enough for now. You will have an assignment to do for Google Docs to practice some of those shortcuts. Good luck on that.